I had a terrible cold, so this review is super late. I'm so sorry. So episode 2 of House of the Dragon, Aegon is unhinged as you'd expect a parent that lost their child would be. He wants answers, he wants someone to pay, he wants something to come out of this misery. And because the answers will never satisfy him, because making someone pay will never heal losing his son, nothing but anger and death will come out of this misery. We're watching someone that wanted to do things right, that wanted to be worthy of what he thought in the end was his father's acceptance, see that all blow up in his face. He realizes, despite his best intentions, that people view him as weak, and that his grandfather hinted that Viserys actually didn't really want him on the throne, and it was him doing so that got him there. So now he has all this power mixed with once more feeling inferior and unloved. And how is he going to fill that emptiness again? Through the pain of others. And all his wonderful vices. And of course, since Alicent's father Otto never gave Alicent the love and support she needed, example, her saying she sinned and Otto replying he didn't want to hear it, she doesn't know how to comfort her own children. She doesn't know how to be a loving mom. Otto really doesn't seem to be upset about losing his great-grandson. He sees it more as an event he can exploit for better control of the throne. And Alicent mirrors that. She forces her daughter, a woman that just lost her child, to parade her dead child around and her to ride behind as they do so for political points. She pushes Aegon to allow it, and later when he's crying in his room, she simply leaves to go have sex with Cole. Alicent is a fantastic example of nature versus nurture. Yes, her children are legitimate, but she did such a cold job of raising them, they are highly dysfunctional. Even Aemond needs to go to a prostitute to get motherly affection. Rhaenyra may have bastard children, but the love she showed them and raised them with has made them well-adjusted, caring human beings. Now, Rhaenyra responded to the death of Jaehaerys how you would expect, gobsmacked that people would think that she ordered the decapitation of a child after she herself lost a child and knows the devastation it causes. But of course, people don't see it that way. They see a mother that lost a son that wants the other side to feel that same pain. But that's not how Rhaenyra works. Despite everything, she would never want her half-brother to feel what she is currently experiencing, or, her half-sister. But unfortunately, the realm won't believe that. They will see her, as her small council is saying, a mother in grief that did something out of despair rashly, something unforgivable. It is interesting, despite Daemon saying to Rhaenyra he didn't order the death of one of the children, in interviews with the showrunner, they did admit that Daemon kind of left it open to interpretation, to blood and cheese, most likely saying, hey, you can't find Aemond, don't leave empty-handed, we need a son, otherwise you're not getting the rest of your money. So of course they went off that. So Daemon didn't exactly say, hey, take out one of the kids, the son, if you can't find Aemond, but it was implied so heavily that they did it. By the way, I love that Rhaenyra and Rhaenys knew that it was Daemon that ordered the attempt. Rhaenys first. Rhaenys instantly looked over to Daemon like, you a-hole. And then Rhaenyra's look when she was seeing Daemon being all smug during the small council meeting. And sadly, Daemon believes that he's in the right and doing what others aren't capable of. Hopefully with some distance in Harrenhal, he'll understand why Rhaenyra feels like she can't trust him despite everything he's done to prove that he is loyal. And it was pretty interesting when Rhaenys was talking about how Daemon wanting the throne, and Corlys was like, oh, you think that Daemon will contest Rhaenyra for the throne? And Rhaenys said no. I wonder if she was hinting at one point, if Rhaenyra sits the Iron Throne, Daemon will try to get rid of her so that he can control the realm. Nice to see Baelon and Jace interact more and love the crossbow shooting and the foreshadowing. But let's go back to the idiot Greens. They are just shooting themselves in the foot left and right. As much as I hate the snake, dismissing Otto as a hand is probably the dumbest thing Aegon has done as a ruler. Not that he's ruled that long. Otto is the only one using sense and understands how to run the realm. Criston as Hand of the King is going to be an absolute disaster. This guy can't let go of a one-night stand that happened decades ago. He's your right-hand man? Okay. Oh hey, also, you wanna know what's a better idea than killing all the rat catchers? Asking Helaena which one was the killer. Oh, wait, we can't do that because then she might say something about what she saw between Alicent and Cole. Yeah, okay, let's just kill them all. Dang, and then when Cole turned around and tried to blame this all on Eric, saying, hey, you're the one that effed up. My guy, Cole. Eric had to stay with the king. Apparently you guys can't afford the extra guards for Helaena because despite what just happened, she still has 0 guards with her. What is happening right now? Why are the Greens in charge? Why can't you put 1 guard with Helaena, the queen? This is just like mind-numbing. But Cole led us to one of the saddest moments ever, and a moment I was not looking forward to, the duel between 2 brothers. Absolutely horrible seeing them declare their love for each other and how each feels betrayed, and then Eric taking his own life in the end due to the grief of not only killing his brother, but also, how could they really know he was the right twin and not waiting for his moment to kill Rhaenyra? He had to kill himself in the end. There was no choice. Now, interestingly, there are different versions of how the duel went in World of Ice and Fire and Fire and Blood Volume 1. I understand George has said, look at what's written in the lore books from the perspective of septons and maesters, and then look at what really happened in the show, and kind of think, why are these differences there? But there are different accounts of how this duel went down. One story says the brothers told each other that they loved each other and then battled for an hour, waking half the queen's court in the process, who couldn't do anything as they couldn't tell which twin was which. In the end, the two men dealt each other mortal wounds and died in each other's arms, tears running down their cheeks. The other story is that the fight only lasted moments. They called each other traitors. Eric nearly took off Eric's sword arm at the shoulder with a mortal blow, and while collapsing, Eric pulled on Eric's cloak to bring him in close and stab him in the stomach. Eric died before anyone arrived on the scene, and Eric took 4 days to die. Seeing this, we know Eric didn't take 4 days to die. We know that it wasn't Eric that did Eric's stab wound to the stomach. It was him killing himself. Eric didn't almost take off Eric's sword arm. The fight didn't wake half the queen's court. They did, however, accuse each other of being traitors and splitting them up. They did say they loved each other. Well, at least Eric did. And there were definitely tears during the fight. So once more, between different accounts of an event, we see that it's somewhere in the middle what actually happened. I can't wait for Rhaenyra to absolutely lose it after this. She realizes she has no choice. Win or die, assassins will keep coming into her home, trying to take out her and her children, and her children are very vulnerable. Yeah, she has the adult Jace in their world, an adult. I guess in our world he wouldn't be a minor anymore either, but she also has very young children. So now we're going to see Rhaenyra go fully committed to this war, just like Aegon was saying. It's war. I declare war. This is what's happening. And Otto even said they've assured that war is going to happen with their actions. Well, yes, they did. Rhaenyra has to strike back. It has to guard herself, and the way she guards herself is going offensive. So some random notes before I end this review. Love that Aemond thinks Daemon was coming after him because he feared him and not because his wife wanted him dead for killing of Luke. Aemond is so delusional, and he is basically Daemon's biggest fan. He is like a hype guy for Daemon. It cracks me up. He's that obsessive fan that has like that, I guess we call it parasocial, but it wouldn't be exactly with them, that thinks they have such a connection and he's so important, and then in reality Daemon's just like, no, I couldn't give two shits about you. What are you talking about? Aegon walking past Helaena on the stairs instead of embracing her was monstrous, but we already knew that their relationship really wasn't one of love. It was just ordered to be. And Helaena, oh God, that nod as she was going up the stairs, like she understood it was to be expected. She was hoping for something more, but then what she got was what she's experienced her entire life with her brother husband. It's so weird to say things like that. Alfred Broom is a POS. You will see as time goes on, that guy just straight up sucks. How many baths are we going to watch Alicent take this season? I'm not complaining. Great scene setting. Love seeing her in the bath. Love seeing her just submerge herself in water and blow bubbles. Great. Fantastic. I'm just wondering how many. Should we start a betting pool? I'm guessing 6. I'm gonna stop at 6. We got 2 so far. I think 4 more are gonna happen by the end of this season, but we'll see. This scene was nice foreshadowing. I really liked it. I'm enjoying seeing the 2 brothers and them building all that up. Finally, it's really cool that we heard about Alicent and Viserys' 4th son. It's been a while. It's kind of nice that there's some mention of that. I'm sure people that don't know book lore are just like, wait, they have another son? What's happening? Because when you look at the timelines of everything that happened, even him being in Old Town, it doesn't make sense of when he was sent versus when he would actually have been in the Red Keep and interacting with the other kids. But whatever, let's just let it go. Anyways, really enjoyed the episode. Again, sorry it's late. Got a terrible cold. Couldn't record even if I wanted to. Looking forward to episode 3.